Hi guys, it's a long time since I've uploaded a video. I've been listening a lot to other people who make videos. I get all my news from people like the Redacted team based in Portugal, but they're actually American, a man and wife, plus two brothers that are connected to them back in the States. Clayton, his name is the guy who is the head of Redacted, Clayton Morris. He used to work for, I think it was Fox News, who, if you watch Fox News today, the only person there who speaks any truth is Tucker. You can listen to Tucker, and he's friends of the Morrises as well, friends of Redacted, because out there in mainstream media you don't get truth. You get what your government wants you to be brainwashed into believing. You don't get truth. If you want truth, you've got to listen to people like Redacted or Neil McCoy Ward or Richard Vobes or Scott Ritter and Colonel Douglas MacGregor, if you want to know the truth about what's happening in the military operation, let's say, in Europe. You've got to be careful what you say these days, because you can get pulled down or strike for so many words you're not allowed to use. So anyway, I've been listening a lot to those guys, and also George Galloway. There are others, but those are the main ones I seem to keep going back to keep up to date with what's going on in the world. Listening to truth rather than the BS you get from the BBC or Sky News. Oh, well, you can also tune into, there are some honest, reliable reporters who work for Sky News Australia, surprisingly. So that's another source if you're interested. But definitely listening to CNN or Fox News in general, or the BBC or Sky News or any of the mainstream companies, they're only going to lie to you. They're paid to read a script, and they don't really care what's in that script. That's what they're paid to read to you. There are videos out there that show you, especially in the States, it shows you news company after news company after news company, that one after the other, you can switch from channel to channel to channel to channel, and the news readers there are reading the exact same stuff. It makes it so blatantly obvious that they're given what to say, and that's their job. They're not reporters anymore. They're not like true, honest journalists who get hounded and jailed. Because we're living in the days of lies and deceit, sadly. So you're not going to get truth from government. Normally, if government talks about numbers, figures for just about anything, you can usually multiply them by about 10 minimum to get a truer figure. And it's like that thing that's going on at the moment, that's you can call it a war, you could call it a military operation. There's a lot of people dying. It's very, very sad. It's shocking beyond belief. But whilst the mainstream media are telling you one thing, all the independent news people out there in the world are telling the exact opposite. So you should check them out if you're confused about what's going on, or if you've been brainwashed by the mainstream media. Change your mind about that. Look into independent people who are telling the truth. There is the main combatants, you could say, in what's going on over there. Well, I may as well say the name Russia. They are not losing, and they are not going to lose. They are winning big time. They have been holding back and holding back and holding back until they realised that they had no choice but to advance. I'm just out walking my dog here. Beautiful day for a change. No rain, no freezing cold wind. But yeah, when you're told things like the Russian army is being devastated, change the name of the country and you'll get the truth. When you hear about the numbers of dead on the Russian side, again, change the name of the country and you'll get the truth. Because that's what's happening. They don't want you to know what's going on there. Anyone who tells the truth ends up in serious trouble. There's a Spanish journalist at the moment who I believe, I don't know if he lives in that area of Europe, but he's been reporting from that area, reporting the truth. And the next thing is, where he comes from, I think he may be from Valencia in Spain, but the governor of the area that he comes from in Spain gets a phone call or an email reporting this young Spanish journalist, and he's now in serious trouble. Serious trouble. I think he's been arrested and put into jail in solitary confinement. He's been labelled almost as a terrorist for simply reporting the truth. There's lots going on that you're not aware of unless you look into something other than mainstream media. You've got to look elsewhere. So yeah, check out Neil McCoy Ward, check out Colonel Douglas McGregor, check out Scott Ritter, check out the Redacted team, check out George Galloway, and you'll no doubt, if you do, you'll come across others will come up in your feed that you can check out as well. Yeah, so things are not looking good short term. And like I've been saying for decades now, yes, there is going to be a war against China. It's in the Bible, for goodness sake. It's obvious. Calling a ravenous bird from the east, the man who administers my counsel, something like that, it said. And you're talking about in the Old Testament. God is going to call forward a ravenous bird from the east, and he and Russia eventually will march over the face of the earth, and the world will be in major trouble. But that's not going to happen now. The first thing that's going to happen, you should watch for, is a warrior leader is going to one day soon spring up out of nowhere. He's going to take control, shock the world. I think it's like a 3-nation alliance are going to come out and attack him, and he's going to defeat them. And he's going to take control of the world, and the whole world is going to be astonished at the level of intelligence of this guy and his solutions for the world. The whole world is going to worship this guy. He's got to appear very soon now, because the war with China is going to be against China, is going to be led by him. He's going to form a 10-nation alliance. He's going to attack China, and he's going to win first time around because of insurrection in China, because of all the nonsense that the Chinese government are doing against their own people. That's the reason China's going to be defeated, because of problems, insurrection within their own country. After defeating China, the whole world is going to think, wow, this guy is something else. We better follow this guy. He's going to offer world peace. He's going to sort out all the world's problems. He's going to be totally in charge until the day we are all going to have a serious decision to make. Do we continue to follow this guy, or do we make a stand against him? Because he's going to force upon all mankind this CBDC, this government run or international banker run cryptocurrency that will all be forced into, and it will be a case of you either obey this guy or he's going to switch your money off. So we are all going to face this very soon now. This is going to happen, I would say, within the next 4 or 5 years maximum. He's going to appear, and once he appears, you will know you've got 3.5 years left before that becomes a reality, before you have to seriously make that decision, because he's going to come after you if you say no. There's going to be drones in the sky. They're going to be everywhere. We're going to be policed like we've never been policed in our lives. And if we don't bow down and worship this guy, you're probably going to end up with a bullet in your head from one of these drones, these military or police drones, because they're going to be everywhere. They're not only going to be used by Amazon for parcel deliveries, I can tell you. The main use is going to be military and policing. And you can see how they're being used by the military now, how deadly they are. They're incredible, scary stuff. But the light at the end of the tunnel, of course, if you read the Bible, read the entire book of Revelation, especially the last chapter. And all will be sorted in the end, but we're going to have to go through 7 years of not very nice stuff. And lots of us won't survive the half of it. But I know that my last dying words are going to be Yeshua, Jesus, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Thank you.